Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of Create Expectations. If you have not watched part 1 to hear about all the exciting things happening this week, you should go do that on Sarah's channel. Like, leave a
Did you
comment,
just say on
subscribe.
Did you just say on Sarah's channel?
No, I said Zareth's channel.
Our names are too similar. I really thought you said on Sarah's channel. I was like, Zareth.
Whatever. Your
That
channel,
makes
my
Zareth
channel.
sad. Zareth is sad when you refer to yourself in third person. Continue though.
You
I'm
could just
sorry.
hit the link in the description to watch part 1.
You could
And yeah. And then come back here and we'll do a whole bunch of viewer questions and stuff, pack reviews, and
roast one of my patrons.
yeah, which I'm excited about. I haven't looked at it at all. I have no idea what we're getting into.
Yeah.
So, um, shall we start with viewer questions though?
Sure.
I
Yeah.
saved a few from last week because we had a bunch. So,
Is one of the questions why I always cheat in the 300 game?
no, thankfully nobody has asked that. Um,
I feel like that should be asked more often.
don't cheat in the game. I'm just a really good guesser.
Yeah. Sure you are.
Okay. Jabroni Juan was asking, how often, if ever, would you slice a speed arrow to 6E just for the 2 extra speed? Pilots and secondary stats aside.
That's just free money, man. Not to mention, a lot of times you want those stats on it too.
I feel like I just do it because if it bugs me to see 5 at 6 dot and not
Sure.
the 6th one. So I just, complete the whole, I was gonna say complete the trifecta, but there's 6, so complete the trifecta times 2.
The double trifecta.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that we started this with math.
No. Um, but no, but I feel like I never really thought about that and how like realistically it's just 2 extra speed a lot of the time.
Oh man, I mean, there's so many. The secondary stats are so important too, though. In my opinion, speed arrows are the best opportunity to get obscene and powerful mods because you don't have to worry
Mm-hmm.
about speed. You
Mm-hmm.
can find other secondary stats to really focus on, and then you have a max speed mod
Mm-hmm.
that also could, in theory, get 5 rolls on health percentage and 5 rolls on offense percentage or something. Like,
Right. Something ridiculous.
some of the most ludicrous mods that I've seen are the ones with 32 speed and like almost 8% offense percent rolled anyways,
Um,
which is
which
nuts
is
because that's how much you can get with a
right.
offense primary.
I feel like what I want to ask, jumping off of this question, is like, how often would you take a mod past 6E? Because like I take it to 6E and then I only go past that if I really like the secondary stats.
I mean, I take yeah, I guess it just depends. Sometimes you are just looking for a little speed, and if it's
Hmm.
a character that's like, yeah, all right, that's fine, you're good. Usually, though, I mean, at this stage, at least on my two bigger accounts when I do modding, with the arrows, I don't even keep the 30 speed mods that don't have like percent offense, percent
Yeah.
health, percent potency, like something that I really like.
Hmm.
And so, usually, if I like the stat, then yeah, I'll upgrade it at least one notch because right now the big bottleneck for me on both accounts are not the I don't even know what any of them are called. Not the little yellow upgrade ones. The ones right after that though, they're like purple.
The
Here,
ones that you also have to use to get
go
to 6E in the first
here,
place. The ones that
go
I just ran out of.
go into yeah, go to upgrade a mod like a 6D mod if you would please. We're in the game right now, by the
All
way.
right.
Yeah, the purple ones that you have a million of.
These guys?
Yeah.
That's a bottleneck for you?
I buy those with crystals a lot. Yeah.
I don't even know where these come from.
You have really good mods, Sarah. Yeah. That that is my they come from challenges. Like
Okay.
that's why sometimes when you like do a like the minimum challenge to get Omicrons on my account, which I very appreciate. This is sounding
Yep.
passive aggressive,
Yep.
but I'll go in and try to get red crate anyways
Because you get more of those things.
because I need those things specifically. Yeah, like
Should,
that's my bottleneck.
okay. That's fair. That's fair.
I appreciate you doing it. So I really
No, I
don't want
know.
to I don't want it to be like I'm ungrateful, but you know, like there's been times I'm like, oh yeah, we could get red crate on this, and I could really use those mats. So
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Um, next question.
sure. So yeah, do the arrows. It's fun, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Look,
Um,
it is
um,
funny to see your Moff Gideon.
I know I ran out of mats. I'm so
Well,
sad.
it's just like the answer to the question the person asked.
I
It's
know.
like, how
Like
often do you
fuck.
do it? I don't do it.
It's sad,
It
but
is
it's
sad.
fine.
How
Okay.
fast is he? It's,
Not that fast. 326.
oh, all right. Well, he's yeah.
I have never actually, tried to mod him properly. He just has a speed like this is just whatever mods I threw on him.
Oh, you're good.
I know.
I'm pleasantly surprised that you have a relic Moff Gideon at this point. It's wonderful.
It's new. I
It
did
is
it.
new.
I did it 2 days ago. Okay.
It's contributing to your mod score.
Lovely. Okay, next question. Jason Trickett asked, if you were to get another major game mode in the future, what would you like to see?
What would you want?
I I don't even know because I feel like another game mode would break my brain at this point. Um, you've got raids, you've got territory battles, you've got conquest, territory war, GAC.
Pretend that that's deleting one as well. Maybe we should do that.
Okay. But I'm trying to think of what the game is missing.
I mean, I have like a really obvious one, so I'm just like,
Like a sandbox mode, is that the obvious one?
I would use the sandbox mode a lot.
Yeah.
Other people would use it even more. A lot of people on the Gambit Discord server would use it a lot, and then not too many people would use it.
I know people have talked about wanting like a guild, like an inter-guild GAC kind of thing. Um, which would basically just be like a sandbox mode for people.
I tell you what, that would be the feature I would want the most. Would be a way to challenge in GAC. Like, not that we
Mm.
would ever do it, but like if you and I could conceivably just like, hey, we both spend 200 crystals and we, you know, get a challenge but there's no prizes, but it's just this exhibit, and then we could have a really cool content creator showdown. We could have a tournament
Yeah.
for that matter.
That would actually be, I think that would be a really smart thing to put in game if they could figure that out because you would get, not, I don't mean you specifically, I mean like the royal you and mainly CG, but the game would get like a lot of, I don't want to say coverage, but there'd be a lot of build up around that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, whenever we there is a content creator showdown where
Hmm.
people, like those have always been by far my biggest streams. It's just fun. People want to see us facing off in GAC. Like
Yeah.
it's fun, and just relying on variants of like, oh, maybe we'll face each other. Like I was in the same group as Skeltrix and Fatal
Hmm.
this season, and those two faced each other. I didn't face either one.
Right.
Anticlimactic. Like we could have had a really big showdown. It would have been epic, and it just didn't pan out.
I think I would use a sandbox mode. I definitely wouldn't use it as much as you, obviously, but I would like it. It especially because
Sure.
like you could say it would be really good for Omicrons because you could just it would be
Mm.
great if you could go in and you could say sandbox mode, and then hit a button, and it's territory war, GAC, TB, like whichever
Yeah.
environment, so to speak, that you want to test, and you take your team in.
I would love that. That would be great.
Like that would be smart. Okay. Next question.
The thing I would the
Hmm.
so I said the feature. The
Oh
thing I
yeah,
would
sorry.
the game mode I would just want. I just want a revamped territory wars, man. Like, I want one. I want one that looks a little closer to GAC, where
Hmm.
it's more like maybe it's like a 5-on-5. Like, you just have 10 groups of your guild,
Hmm.
of each guild, and it's 5v5. Like, so your team
Oh.
faces it, and then you're actually making an impact. You're like, hey guys, I got this zone. I can do this whole zone, and then I'd be like, oh man, these Omicrons are actually interesting. I want to apply some of them.
Oh, so then okay, so question. If you were to do that though, like say like it's like 5 people to a zone or whatever it is,
Hmm.
then do you just not attack anywhere else?
Right. Like, it would just be
That
well,
zone.
and maybe, well, I picture it as like a map. Like, my team has a map
Right?
that, and we're facing. It's like this grand battlefield, and we're on Geonosis or something, and it's like, okay, well, you guys go take this pile of rocks over here, and you guys take over like Dooku's hangar, and like, so each squad kind of has, and so
Hmm.
my map is like, oh hey, like we have to go fight like the headquarters place,
Hmm.
like, where Poggle was like flashing his Death Star plans, like, and then we'd have a zone specific to our group, and we'd plan it out as a group, and 5v5. Then what you do is actually meaningful,
Hmm.
because then it's like, oh yeah, well, that group actually had a really good team, and like they kicked our butts, or you know, I don't know. To me, that would be a lot of fun.
That would be interesting.
I just want to make it not. I mean, I don't know. Like Revolutionary War or Civil War, where they just like line up and just like shoot each
Right.
other, like take turns shooting it. That's what territory wars feels like right now. What I'm doing, no one cares if some guy in the ranks is like a really good shot. He's like, yeah, I've killed like 50 redcoats. You
Hmm.
know, like, no one cares. They're just like, shut up, dude. Like, there's 3,000 other redcoats. Like, you didn't do anything.
Hmm.
And then that guy just dies, and who cares? And that's what it feels like here. I'm like, yeah, I just killed 10 General Grievous teams in this zone. If it was like, no one cares, there's 40 left, dude.
Right. Yeah. Or you get to the point where it's like there's this one ridiculous team here that you're not getting through.
Yeah, I hate feeling like any of my contributions are just completely worthless. My favorite parts of Territory War, it's like, hey, there's 3 Lord Vaders left. Okay, I'll clear those real quick so we can get to the next zone. Like,
Right.
because I actually did something.
Hmm. Okay. Fair.
Yeah. Anyways,
Fair. Okay. Dylan is asking for our 300 game. So 300 game being when we roast the roster and we guess where the 300 speed character
right,
ends.
we've
300
started
speed minimum.
started assigning scores to people.
Right. What would you say are good benchmarks for the number of characters above 300 to hit at various GP levels or GAC divisions, depending on how you want to break it down?
I mean, just off the top of our heads, it seems pretty arbitrary.
I don't even know if I could break it. Like, I don't even know if I could assign because it's all kind of relative in terms of what you have on the rest of your roster, obviously, but then also who you're facing.
Yeah, I'll be honest and say, in Erodium, you almost just don't, like, you need to be paying attention to mods. You need to like be working on them, but it's really not a huge issue until you get into Kyber, at least.
Interesting.
Like, my 15 or 16 that are over 25,
Mm-hmm.
um, consistently is the most in any group, even the people like in Erodium 2, people all have big rosters, 9, 10 million rosters, and they'll have way worse mods than me.
That's surprising. I feel like we
Yeah.
just get so many mods from events and things like that that naturally you could have some fast mods, unless you're obviously like a brand new player.
I think people just can't be bothered sometimes.
Hmm.
I mean, Kyber is a pretty small percentage of the player base, anyways. Really.
True. That's a
I
good
mean,
point.
Professor X has better mods than most of my opponents in my groups, even in Kyber 2.
Hmm.
And I hardly do refreshes on the mods
Right.
with mod energy. So, yeah, I don't know. You and I actually counted our mod
Right.
score. That
Yeah.
how many characters over are you? Over
I,
300.
I'm at 35. What's Professor X at?
He's
Because you
at third.
counted, sorry, did you count both your main and Professor X?
I didn't look at my main.
Okay.
It would be a lot higher, I think. But I'm at 39 on Professor X.
Which, I mean, makes sense.
It's decent. I was actually at 38, and then I realized that Queel didn't have one of his mods on. I was like, 39.
39.
Magic.
It's not bad.
Well, I was like, why are you slow? Like you shouldn't be this slow. Oh, okay. You don't have a mod.
He's missing a mod.
Yeah.
Man. Um,
So by the
okay.
time you get to Kyber 2, try to get to 30. That's my arbitrary number.
I feel like, okay, how many squads are you putting on defense?
11 or 15.
I was gonna do math there, and
I could see that
I've
was.
changed my mind.
I could see
Um,
you were being challenged by something.
I was trying to think of something in terms of how many characters you should have based off how many you're setting on defense, and then I figured that was a poor decision to make. So, let's just pretend it never happened.
Okay.
Moving on. Okay, last question. Steve Guardian was asking because I think it was last week we were talking about territory battles somehow. We got onto that topic. Oh, because we're talking about C3PO and where we use them and all this kind of stuff and all this etc. things. Anyway, so he was asking how does the JTR team with Rey work in Rise of the Empire? Um, so I know how I use it. Do you use Rey lead or JTR lead?
Oh, I mean, if I ever run that team, yeah, Jedi training Ray, man. Like
Yeah.
you don't need Ray for it.
Um, I use Jedi Training Rey lead with Rey, and then the droid, so BB-8, C3PO, R2. Um, that's who I take, and you're basically just spamming expose because of JTR's lead and gaining turn meter. Um, and then I like to have Rey there, particularly on Braca, because her whirlwind stops the revives. So you have to kill like the stacks of troopers 5 times or whatever it is.
Nice.
And then you don't have to do that with her whirlwind.
It's fairly fancy.
Yeah. And she's still charging, like obviously she's still charging her ult and stuff, even though she's not the leader. So um but I
Oh,
mean
she's a nice safety net for sure.
I've done it with JTR dying fairly early and it's still fine.
Well, the thing is, like, the lead is so nice
Hmm.
because you get to you're constantly reducing your cooldowns.
Hmm.
So what I don't use Ray there typically. Because Ray especially if it's phase 2, like you need Ray on one of the Felucia missions. One of the I forget if it's
Oh, the
land.
special missions.
Yeah, well, they're not special. I mean,
Well, they're the,
yeah,
the specific character assigned.
yeah. I think it's the one with Lando. I forget which one, but
Hmm.
yeah, like I use her with that for that. So Jedi training Ray. With and then resistance hero Finn, because he's constantly like, you just keep, because he swaps turn meter, and so what you do, you just swap turn meter with the person who has the most turn meter,
Yep.
because he just gets another turn immediately, and you're just constantly spamming between that and his AoE, and there's so many exposes, and I do use C3PO there as well,
Hmm.
and the other two droids, R2 and BB-8, and it's, I mean, yeah, it takes a little longer because you're not getting the whirlwind on Ray, but yeah, it's once you get a little bit of turn meter train running, you,
It's
you
fine.
just you just win. It's like kind of like magic. It's really fun.
So if you were to run that team every phase, would you use Finn every time instead of Ray? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, I guess if I wasn't using Ray somewhere else, Ray would, honestly, Resistance Hero Finn is so nice there.
Hmm.
Just being able to swap. I'd say the biggest threat is just really early on. If they get a few turns and focus one character down, like, usually you can pull it off anyways, but it's a little bit tougher if they're like, oh, R2's deleted. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. No, now I'm tempted to try it with Finn. That's why I ask.
Yeah, yeah, I have videos on it and stuff. It's fun. No
Um,
one watches territory battle videos, but they do exist.
we all go in and hit auto. Um, okay. So that's it. That's the viewer questions.
Whoa. All right.
I know. Crazy. But we can do the pack review.
Sure. Let's go to the game.
Cool. Cool. And we're gonna do a crystal one. Not one of these anniversary ones that are almost expired. But
People were so mad about that trove pack, and
which the dark side, light side ones?
yeah, well, because they're 5,000 crystals. You get a
Yeah.
character, but it's 5,000. Like, in the past, they've done them for ally points, for 5,000 ally points or something, 50,000. I forget how much, but like, that was an okay deal. But
Mhm.
then, but then people like Tuscan Meathead was like, "What did you guys get for the trove pack? Like, I got this character."
I did not
And
spend 5,000 crystals.
he was like, "I got Zam, and she wasn't even not Zam, Fennec. I got
Mhm.
Fennec, and she was only 4 stars. So that was such a good deal, and people were really mad about it because it's like, did he really spend 5,000 crystals on it for in a game he doesn't care about or something? It's just, I was just like, I don't care, man. It is a terrible deal, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not good.
5,000.
Not good.
I
I don't
spent 5,000
remember.
crystals, and all I got was ETH Koth.
I don't. I don't remember it being 5,000. Like, I don't remember them dividing it into light side and dark side. I feel like last year was just all in one.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think they were all.
Because I feel like I would remember seeing this red card, and I definitely do not. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. Um, okay.
You might be.
But since we're at the end of the GAC season, this is actually a really good time to do this one because it pops up after you get your GAC payout for the end of the season, and it's basically your 1,250 crystal pack for either Zetas or relic materials.
Yeah, they give you your GAC like month's payout, and they're like,
Right.
we want our crystals back.
Immediately spend them.
Spend them
Um,
right here. Yep.
so let's look. Do you want to look at the relic one or the Zeta one or both?
I would say I feel like Zetas are such a crunch these days. Maybe we look at that one.
They are a crunch. It's wild. I'm finally feeling it now that you're making me put Zetas on everybody. Um,
I'm so mean. I'm the problem.
okay, so 1,250 crystals, and it's a lottery. So 50% gets you 50% chance you get 4 Zetas and 3 Omegas, and that's it. And
Hmm.
zero Omicrons. 45% chance you get 6 Zetas, 6 Omegas. 4% chance you get 10 Zetas, 9 Omegas, and 4 Omicrons. And then a 1% chance that you get 20 Zetas, so a full Zeta. 12 omegas, and 8 omicrons.
Oh, You know what I'm impressed on actually.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, not that that makes this pack any good, but they don't even use omicrons as part of the graphic to advertise it.
Oh, I wonder if it's because it would have been like a newer. Well, I don't remember, but this pack was around before omicrons wasn't
I hell if I know.
it?
I already forgot the thing that you said I was gonna remember, and there's something.
You were gonna
Maybe it was
remember
some.
something?
Maybe you were gonna remember
No,
something.
man.
You can
Um,
make that claim all the time, and will not hold you accountable.
oh, and you can buy this twice.
Yay!
So, yay. I mean, 1,250 crystals for 4 Zeta mats
Yeah,
feels steep.
yeah. Maybe you could say 5 zetas, just split in the middle. Yeah, yeah. So if you bought it 4 times, which I know you can only buy it twice, but if you did buy it 4 times,
Right.
5,000 crystals for 1 zeta.
Man, that was fast math.
I used to play
Uh,
poker a lot.
that's a lot. 5,000 crystals for 1 Zeta? One full Zeta. If you're pulling this bottom one every time.
And a couple omegas, if that matters. But yeah, yeah. Could you?
I'm super on the fence with this.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't like it.
It's Tell you what, it's one of those whale packs where it's like if you're okay with spending several $100s in a month, which I'm not making judgments one way or another. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I spend at least a couple hundred a month, to be
Right.
clear. So yeah, I'm in that territory. I wouldn't spend it on this, frankly, but the more you spend on the game, the less good deals you can find. And this is one that's like, well,
I guess.
Zetas are truly valuable if you use them on the right characters. So
Right. Okay.
I would say don't do this unless you're good with like spending actual money on the game, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Or if you're just addicted to gambling and you just really want to score that 8 Omicron thing so that you can take a screenshot and brag to your guild.
Seems like that's a steep
I know.
likelihood of happening.
Your guild will just give you like 49 middle fingers and move on. Look what I got.
Uh,
Everyone's like, screw you, man.
oh man.
We don't welcome your good fortune.
Yeah. So I don't like it. I vote no.
Yeah, don't do it unless like the materials are valuable. It's
Mhm.
just you have to. There's a lot better things to spend your money on.
Right. Right. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Do we want to go look at Veers then?
I don't know. Poor guy probably doesn't get any kind of interest. To be honest, people are like, "You want to go look at Veers?" He's like, "Please look at me." People don't even look at me anymore.
Poor guy.
Poor bastard. I like Veers because you don't have to mod him well.
Because you just can throw whatever on there, and as long as you hit your speed targets, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, he can be this. You kind of want him to be the slowest on your team, and
I think he's one of the
now,
slowest.
now I'm trying to remember. Like the days are long past now. Since I mean, sometimes people run just a Jedi Revan team and then put like a really decrepit, bad like Malgus team
Hmm.
on, alongside it. But it used to be. So I can't really quite remember. If you're using troopers to counter that team, let's see. So if you crit, then it causes Malik to taunt. Is that right?
You're
and it
asking me.
causes and it causes fear on Veers. Yeah, well,
Right.
I'm trying to remember if you want. I kind of think you want the fear on Veers because then he can't assist when Piet or range like when there's people who are being randomly called to assist. He
Mm-hmm.
can't actually be part of that. He's just feared and out of the way.
Interesting. So
He's veered.
you just eliminate an option deliberately.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if you want that or if you want to not crit so that Malak doesn't taunt. I totally forget what. I think I just went in through. I went into the mail it in option, but I think there's the chance that you want some crit chance on him, so that's helpful.
Oh.
Guys, there's a chance that you want some.
Some
There's
crit.
also I like that you have some potency on him. That's actually a good call because he's the other thing about him. Well, I'll let you talk for a while. What else? What do you know about
Oh
him?
man. Well, because he's got his stun, right? On his, I think it's his AoE that does it. Ruthless Assault.
There's no stun for him.
Doesn't he have stun? Or am I thinking of somebody else on the team?
Yeah, there's no stun there. Like Aiden has stun
Hmm.
with her
Okay.
AoE.
What's his AoE's then what? Ability block?
It's
That's it?
55% chance to proc ability block.
Oh. Why 55?
Because he's an old character. There's no reason.
Um, I didn't realize that the extra damage to deal 10% more damage was for each living rebel enemy.
Yeah, he's an old character. They have
Man,
weird things like that.
that's kind of fun though.
His AoE sucks except for the call to
The
assist.
calling to assist, yeah.
Um,
Because then you just have Dark Trooper go and punch people.
yeah. So if you want to gamble, if you're like, oh man, okay, so this guy has a Qui-Gon Jinn team, and I am totally just I'm out of options. I don't have anything that
Mm-hmm.
kills it. You can gamble because what you can do is as long as your troopers are fast enough, he does his AoE, and as long as you've cleared the foresight off of everyone,
Mm-hmm.
you have a 55% chance of ability blocking Jedi Knight Anakin into him not
Oh.
one-shotting your whole team.
So it is a true gamble.
Oh, it is. I've done it before. I actually the first time I did it, I didn't realize. I was like, we're just gotta kill Qui-Gon, and then we'll Zerg it down from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I killed Qui-Gon, and then Anakin's like, I'll just do a basic and kill one stack of Dark Trooper. I'm like, that was really tame. Why didn't he do his AoE and kill me? And I realized, oh, hey,
Got
you've got ability
AoE.
block. Yeah.
Oh man, that is nice.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, it's
like
sure. It's
considering
good.
it's a 55% chance, like that's pretty good.
Always a great result, certainly. So the things that I always get confused about with him,
Okay.
so he has two different ways his team can gain turn meter.
Mm-hmm. His
Um,
leadership.
yeah, so his leadership, so it gives 20 speed. A lot of people forget that, but
Right.
I mean that's probably the most prominent thing. The biggest thing though is 10% turn meter when you gain a buff. And that goes really nicely with Piet. When Piet came out, and you
Mm-hmm.
know how you do those stacks of what's it like Emperor's Vengeance? I don't remember what it's
Emperor's
called.
Trap.
Sure, probably. Like you gain the stacks though. Every time someone does an action, everyone gains one of those.
Yep.
Everyone gains 10% turn meter passively because of his lead.
Right. So you're just slowly, I mean, not slowly, 10% is nice, but you're speeding yourself up.
Oh yeah, it's great. And then once you finally kill someone,
Mm-hmm.
his unique gives you another 50% turn meter for everyone.
Which is, I like completely forgot about that. For whatever reason, was figuring it was just his leadership that did it. I totally forgot about his unique. Um,
Uh,
which like this unique's pretty good. Like you 50% turn meter and you get offense up, so you're gonna hit them even harder when you do take your turn and you recover your protection.
Sure. So yeah, this is the one that lets you kill a lot of Lord Vader teams,
Mhm.
even when you don't have the right cron for it, because like what you'll do, you have to mod it so that Aiden is faster than Piet, which is really tough to do. But once you do that, Lord Vader does his AOE, and the AoEs from his dots are all going to stop, and you're dazed are going to stop you from getting turn meter. But if you have Watt there, you've already gained 20% turn meter from Watt doing a basic. Then
Mhm.
Aiden goes, she cleanses everyone, and that starts your turn meter train. But so what happens? You have to kill the tank, or maybe there's two tanks, and then you punch Lord Vader for a while, but eventually you're losing enough turn meter that he's going to take another turn, and you're doomed.
Right.
So, so then you use the ads to as just a little boost to be able to, like, so you go and punch Lord Vader, punch Lord Vader. Okay, he's half dead, but we're almost out of turn meter. All right, Piet, go shoot. Like then Piet'll shoot, like Thrawn,
Right. And you'll go kill
and
Thrawn.
you'll kill Thrawn, and everyone gets 50% turn meter, and you're like, all right, back to Lord Vader.
I like that.
So yeah, it's that's what the unique is really helpful. It's
Hmm.
fun.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, especially with new Gideon coming, a lot of people have been talking about like what the new trooper team is going to be and what troopers you should gear for the raid and like all that kind of stuff. So I feel like a lot of people are just kind of putting Veers to the side.
Hmm. Yeah, they shouldn't, man.
I
He's good.
Yeah, I mean, I still use them all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Troopers are great. I
Hmm.
mean, and I mean, right now we have a really cool trooper cron as well.
We have a trooper crawl right now. Oh yeah, we do.
I'm mentally facepalming right now.
I thought you meant in the new set. Uh,
Oh no, I bet
we
the next set will have an Imperial Remnant cron though. Would be my guess.
Yeah, I would be shocked if it didn't.
Me too.
So, um, okay. Anything else on Veers before we roast this roster?
Uh, just to say that team has been bailing me out. I mean, I used
Mhm.
to. Your Snowtrooper makes me sad because Snowtrooper might be the first Relic 5 I ever had.
This is actually funny because Snowtrooper, like way, 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 way before Gear 12 was a thing, like forever ago, put gear on Snowtrooper and everyone, I shouldn't say everyone, but people in my guild were like, why are you gearing Snowtrooper? I'm like, seems like a fun thing to do. And then I obviously stopped. Uh, and clearly I should have just kept going.
Well, it used to be that be it before the days of Piet and Dark Trooper. Those are dark days with no Iden.
Hmm.
Uh, you used to still be able to use Veers and Imperial Troopers to kill. Like Night Sisters were really good on defense back then, and so were Bounty Hunters and all these teams that you could outspeed as long as you had a fast Stark. You needed a fast Stark. He was the one
Hmm.
that made it all possible. But then Snowtrooper was the one that killed like his AoE. You could just spam his AoE and just delete Night Sisters.
Yep.
Like you just go like 3 or 4 AoEs in a row, and they're even Relic Night Sisters are just gone. It's way back in the day, man. Those like Veers has been one of my go-to counters since before I was a content creator. It's
Yeah.
been a wonderful team, and it's still wonderful. Kudos to CG for continuing to add new characters to keep that squad relevant.
Yeah, they're tons of fun. I'm super glad that I worked on them, except for Snow.
Yeah, he's really been benefiting you, I can tell.
Poor guy. Okay, now that we're done roasting my roster, let's go roast this other one.
I always got to get a little dig, apparently.
I know, it's sad. All right. So this is one of your patrons, I believe.
Yeah, he's new.
So let's see what we're getting into.
Get to cut in line if you're a patron.
Yep. Okay, so spirit with a one. Like one spirit or spirit the first or
No one has any idea.
all right, cool.
Maybe it's a double T. Maybe it's Spirit.
Okay, 6.9 million GP. I didn't realize that. I have not looked at this at all. I didn't realize that's what we were going into.
This is a really interesting strategy. To hear you're like, oh, really? I didn't know this about that roster.
Stop. Stop. Okay.
That is Zinc Hybrid too. That doesn't suck.
I know.
People said I went soft for my last one, so I've got to be
Extra mean.
less
You need to
unmean.
break his spirit.
His spirit.
Man, come on. That was good. Okay. Chips.
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So he has 9 of the 11 ships.
So no Leviathan, no profundity.
Okay.
He's executor, and then he's got a good enough Thrawn fleet to challenge Leviathan. It looks like.
I guess. 6-star finalizer, 5-star Radis.
Oh my gosh. Need to
Okay.
work on that. All right, we'll have to see if he's a purveyor of the new packs.
And
Okay, so he didn't farm Biston. Oh,
so
clone Sergeant. You didn't clone. You didn't clone Farm Sergeant.
Farm Clone Sergeant.
His ship is in Galactic War, man. Like, just hold on. It's level 80.
Yeah, level 80. Rose is just chilling. She's not farmed. 2 stars.
she is 5 relic 5 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe start farming that because it's relevant now, kind of.
Yeah. Okay. Pilotless is farmed though, so that's good.
It's good, I guess. Yeah, he's got he doesn't have Inquisitors really that good, but I guess Interceptors does exist. Which, I mean, you just need Interceptor to exist, I guess, for the Chimera
Right.
counter. Okay.
Okay.
So just consistently bad chips. Keep going.
Okay. Oh, 6-star Outrider. Okay.
How'd you get to Kyber 2, man?
I'm looking for like where does the fleet start? Like the main fleet. I guess it's probably more towards the bottom here.
I guess. He did put Relic 7 on Cad Bane. I wonder if that was for the raid. Because he doesn't have higher relics on IG 88, which I would typically recommend higher relics on IG 88 first. Except Cad was part of the
That's interesting.
raid.
And also not a high relic on Bosk. Like Bosk is still relic 5.
Right, yeah, I would recommend Relic 7 on both of those before Xanadu. I mean, it's nice to have those relics. Okay, so some things.
It's an interesting fleet setup.
It's kind of you.
Man. I think the biggest thing I'm like, you've got your Relic Malevolence, Relic Negotiator, Executor. So I'm just a little sad by some of the ships.
Sure. Well, there will be more sad things in the roster, though, so let's go look at that.
Okay. Do you want to see Datacrons?
Sure.
Okay.
Some.
So a little bit.
A bit.
A bit.
A bit.
Okay. 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 So it looks like 2 GLs, which makes sense because you definitely bought the light speed packs, which no shade, I would buy them too.
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing the off meta stuff like Professor X. Let's do the 300 game.
Oh man. Okay. So the number to beat from last week is 37, if I remember correctly. Okay. We're probably not beating 37.
I mean, probably not. Wow.
Okay. Resistance Hero Finn fast. Holy.
Oh, wow, he's way up there. Yeah, I mean, he sometimes he should be that fast. I mean, if he has Zori especially, he doesn't even have him Zeta'd, but... Yeah. Alright. Could you scroll down just a little bit? Okay, so who has 300 speed? Like, where's the cutoff? That's the question.
Right.
You have to guess first. I think I got to guess first last time.
I want to say Hux. I feel like that's wrong, but I want to say Hux. So I'm
Man,
gonna say Hux.
I'm curious about the Echo
I
because
know.
it's like he should be fast actually. He should be over 300.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and like Bosk should be over 300 as
Oh,
well.
and it looks like he's got Bosk and Grief clocked.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna say Hux.
Okay, so I'm playing with free money when I say Echo, right? I mean, I could just say Malik, but I won't do that. Yeah, I'll say Echo.
All right. Let's look at Hux. Okay. 313.
Nice.
So Echo. 304.
Wow,
The
you threw me
purple,
one.
the
You
gear
needed to
11
shake.
was throwing me off. Uh
Let's see where it
303
goes.
on okay. Where do we think it is then? Alpha's
Okay,
303.
I was actually once I saw the Bosk and Grief pairing, I was gonna say it's Grief because Treya
Mm-hmm.
it's typically not that fast, but
Grief's 288.
oof.
So Bosk is 289. So they're clocked.
Sure.
300 on Zam.
Okay, take some of that speed from Zam and put it on your good bounty hunters.
So he got 19,
A
right?
19? I don't
Six,
know.
six,
You
3 plus 1. Yeah, 19, right?
how many rows? There was 3 total rows there.
Yeah, 3. One,
Yeah,
two,
okay, you got it.
three.
You got it. Yeah,
Okay, 19.
good job. Yay.
For 6.9 million GP?
Yeah. Do better. So let's look at the next
Okay.
thing. What
Um,
faction?
I don't know. Okay, so obviously Resistance and First Order are done.
Yeah. Let's look at
Ah,
resistance real quick to make sure they did get the bundle. Because that's the telltale sign. Resistance
I'm
pilot
pretty
relic 5.
sure.
Oh, that's right. You looked at
Oh,
this. You looked at this beforehand.
no, I
What?
didn't. Resistance Pilot is Relic 5, though.
Okay.
I was only assuming because I saw a few of the pilots at Relic 5. It looked like a pretty clear bundle purchase,
Yep. Bought the bundle. That's fine. It's
which is
not a
totally
bad thing.
fine.
I think the bundles are coming back for Christmas. That's what I think. That's my bold prediction.
I'm pretty sure were new ones that were data mined.
Sure, there are well, there are at least packs that are data mined. My guess is that we get the old ones plus like
Uh,
one or two new
that would
ones, maybe.
come on, Afra.
I feel like there's a non-zero chance that there is Afra, and I'll be sad, but it's okay.
Fine. Okay. What do you want to look at though?
Ufus.
Ufus. Okay. Okay. Because he's got Malikos.
Yeah, he's got Malikos. He's got Seer.
Okay.
Where's baby Cal?
Way down there with the Gear 1
No!
Fulcrum.
3 stars on him?
That's sad.
No. Oh no, that's horrible.
So what's his Malikos team?
Not good.
Seer, Malikos, Maul. Pick 2 at will.
Yeah, baby Cal makes me so
Man.
sad there. You could maybe make a decent team without Fulcrum, but man, baby
Yikes.
Cal, just
That hurts.
stop making me so sad.
Um,
I was kind of hoping we'd find Riva here, just
just cause. Um,
because he doesn't have good Inquisition, so.
I kind of want to look at his Galactic Republic.
Sure.
I'm curious who he puts Cat with.
Oh, hold on.
God.
This is really interesting. I just thought of this.
Hmm.
He doesn't have Grand Inquisitor, so he doesn't have Scythe. So his Leviathan counter with Chimera is sketchy as hell because he doesn't have Scythe.
Oh, I forgot about Scythe.
Yeah, it's not exciting.
So I guess Padme Cat. Or Cat could go with Rey, I suppose. Ami Qui-Gon.
Sure.
Look
Yeah,
at Cam with his Zeta. Aw, he's all proud. It's like a little badge.
he's he's like, I'm the lifter unit for Jedi Knight Anakin.
Oh man.
He's been deputized.
Oh, that's funny.
All
That
right.
that is
Oh,
funny.
yeah. I wanna. Oh man, his mace makes me a little sad. He makes me a little sad.
Uh,
Um, let's look at. Can we look at smugglers actually?
sure.
No
Huh.
Kira. Oh, Hondo is so sad. I don't. But this GP, that's fine. Where's Vander? I'm just missing him.
He's
Oh, there he
12
is.
there. You're 12.
Yeah. Uh, all right. He's like the compromise choice. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
Well, oh, Dash doesn't have his Omicron.
No.
Okay. Well, let's move right along.
He has
Right
Star
along.
Killer, right? I think I saw Star Killer in his Force user thingy.
I don't. I don't know. Could we look? Let's look real quick.
Yeah, there's Star Killer.
Oh. Oh yeah. He was a bundle.
Right.
A bundle of joy.
Ew. Okay, so maybe I mean, why not? Why not? Um, you know, look at separatists.
Sure. And then Night Sisters, and then let's just hang up in rage.
Mm,
This is okay. He's got an Omicron on Asajj. I have a feeling I'm not going to be outraged.
you're not gonna be outraged at the sisters. I mean, maybe
No,
you will be.
maybe. Oh,
Just looks.
let's look at Jedi instead. This is fine. The Separatists are okay. I want to see if
Uh,
does he have Jedi Knight Luke.
no,
Okay.
no Jedi Knight Luke.
Well, it's too bad. If without Jedi Knight Luke, you can't get a lot of different Galactic Legends these days.
That's true. No Jedi Luke. No Jabba. He's needed for Jabba, right?
Yeah, you need it for
Oh,
Jabba, and is
and
it
Luke.
for does Leia need? No, I don't think so. All right, well, what's the final faction here? I have a feeling his Night Sisters are sufficient.
Um.
He's just not working on Jedi Cal. That's the thing that makes me sad. No progress.
Ooh, you want to look at Sith?
No, but yeah, let's look. I actually bet they're okay.
Oh, look at Scion.
He's not even farmed. What?
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh man.
I mean, he has Treo with their Omicron there. That's all you need. And Savage. Savage is better than Scion. Scion has Savage envy, man.
It still makes me a little sad.
Savage has a thick lightsaber. It's yeah, this is a little sad, but it's okay.
We'll be
He's
okay.
nowhere approaching ready for. The thing that kills me is he has Darth Malgus here. I'm guessing he has the ship for Darth Malgus as well. Could you click on Malgus real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have the Fury Interceptor? Oh, you can't tell from here, I guess.
I think I saw. Did we not see it in the? Maybe we didn't. Let's go look at Sith ships.
All right, and then let's just be
No,
done.
he does not.
Wait, no, that's not his only Sith ship.
Apparently, that's his only Sith ship.
No, I don't believe that.
That's what it says. So wait, is the shuttle tagged as a Sith ship?
Yeah? Go Empire real quick.
Yeah.
What?
So no shuttle, no Fury class. I don't even know
No,
what else we're missing.
no bomber.
Bomber's there. Oh no,
The Sith
bomber.
bomber?
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking the other bomber.
What about the Dorito?
Man.
The Scimitar? Or
Sith
whatever it's
fighter.
called?
Or no, it's Sith fighter. Yeah, there's no Sith fighter. It wasn't a Sith.
Ugh. Okay.
So there's a bunch of ships missing.
Game over. Goodbye.